Hi Turnaround Leader, this is Otis with OtisClayton.com. Today we're going to talk about how to increase your graduation rate. This is an extremely important topic for high school leaders because it's that time. We're almost halfway through the school year, and we really need to ensure that the students that we have in our care are having an on-time graduation. And it also gives us an opportunity to reflect on the students who've been in our care that may have transferred to other places. What are we doing, or how are we tracking those students? So today we'll talk about 3 ways to increase your graduation rate. So number 1 is simply to identify and calculate your graduation rate. So if you're in a state, most states provide you a list of students who have been with you 4 years or should have been with you 4 years. Now there are a couple of ways that you can track this. I like to use a combination of both of them. So one is to have a binder, just paper, of students who have completed registration forms. If there are registration forms online, if there's a schedule attached, if they've transferred in, if they have a transcript, any personal information or registration information that I have for students who said, yes, we want to attend your school. So we have that electronically. Well, we have that on paper. The second way is electronically, and just create a binder in Google Docs or with Microsoft, whatever your software program is, and scan those documents so that they can be readily available, because sometimes people get promoted and you may not have the same staff member who help you establish that system. So it's important that you put those things into place and have that electronic copy somewhere available. Now it's important, once you have identified those students, we have to look at the number of on-time graduates divided by the number of students on our cohort that came from the state. So that will give you your graduation rate. So that number of on-time graduates divided by the students who are on your cohort. And so this is not something that you can take on yourself. I strongly recommend you create a team and you guys meet often to discuss where are the students on our cohort. You can divide it up alphabetically, but it is a team effort to identify those students who may have transferred in and out. So that's the first step, is to identify and calculate your graduation rate. The second step, which is very important, a very important part of it, is to remove students from your cohort. So there are some students, as I stated before, who may not still be in your school, have transferred to another school in your district. They may have transferred to another state. I know I've had instances for that to happen. So it's important that we track those students, to remove them from our cohort, to remove them from that denominator, because that will bring your graduation rate down. So you want to have documentation for transfers. One of the things that we adopted is to not release records until another school has requested. So if you are school A and a student says, hey, I want to go to school B. But sometimes students, once they go to school B, they say, hey, it's not like the school I'm used to going to. I want to go to school C. So if you release those records to the parents and they take them to school C, and you thought they were going to school B, you may not be able to remove that student from your cohort. So it's very important that you wait until the second school requests the records of the student that is transferring from your school. The second thing is using social media. So things in our schools happen, in our neighborhoods happen, and families move abruptly. And so we want to try to track and locate these students to see where they are. They have a break in attendance, and we need to find those kids and see where they are. So it's important for us to look at that. We also need to document early graduates. Know the code. So your state should have codes for dropouts, students who transferred in and out. Know those codes and share that with the team. And the final step is to get your seniors to graduate. So you have seniors in your school that need to graduate. Some of them may be behind in credits, and it's your job to put together a program that's going to work with them. So here are a few things that I suggest that you do. One is have grade level meetings with seniors, always telling them about updates, prom, picnics, various annual days that you have, just to get them excited and to get them involved in what's going on in your school. The second thing is allow your counselors to have small group meetings with those seniors to just identify if there are any challenges that are going on with them, with their classes, outside the classroom. It's vitally important. It's important that you try to get those kids to talk and say that, hey, I'm having a problem. The next thing is make an announcement, being excited. Hey guys, we have so many students graduating. We're so excited that you guys are on track and ready for commencement. So just constantly encouraging from the PA system, on your social media, and also just in the hallway with conversation is a great way to motivate students. The fourth way is to have an intervention program for students who are behind in credits. So they can be an after-school program, or if some seniors have enough room in their schedule where they can have an online class that they can take during the school day. Because a realistic part of my world as a turnaround leader in an urban school is my kids used to work. And so they wanted to work, they needed to work. Parents wanted them to work. So we will have online classes during the school day with support from a content area teacher or a counselor. And then the last way is to keep your parents involved. This is so important. Students, always yell out, hey, I'm grown, I'm a senior. It's almost over. They start to get the senioritis, but keep those parents involved. Parents are excited about the opportunity for their child to pursue post-secondary school opportunities from the support and help that you gave them. So we want to make sure that we keep parents and families motivated about the graduation rate. So the 3 steps are identify and calculate your graduation rate, remove students from your cohort, and then get those students to graduate. So this is Otis with OtisClayton.com. Have a great day, turnaround leaders. Make sure that you like this, share this with 5 educators, and also subscribe to this channel. Have a great day.